And the Oscar goes to
Martin Scorsese.
Cuba Gooding Jr. and Jerry Maguire.
Halle Berry, Monsters Ball.
Catherine Bigelow.
Moonlight, Best Picture.
Olivia Colman. Parasite.
That indescribable feeling we get.
Welcome back to Where Harvard Feels Good for another episode of That Indescribable Feeling. Our last one before Oscar nomination morning tomorrow. It's a big episode, a lot to dive into. I'm your host, Josh Woodbury, and of course, my co-host for the show, Evan Harris.
Glad to be here. I'm so excited. Just under 24 hours. I mean, a long time. But tomorrow morning, Oscar nominations are happening, and it always feels like a brand new world is unveiled with these nominations. Every time it's like I'm losing my mind. I'm so happy actually. My schedule at school changed, so I'm actually going to be free at 8 o'clock. I think it's 8 a.m. EST. Because I used to have my teacher break during 11 o'clock, which was better. But now I have it at 8 o'clock, right when I get to school. So I'll be free to just go crazy and freak out. I remember I went crazy last year. My students were like, Mr. Harris, are you okay? I'm like, you guys don't understand. Things are crazy. But yeah, so this time I'll be in my office alone. And yeah, I can't wait to see what these nominations look like. I'm pretty sure we have a pretty good look at some of these categories.
There's some lots, maybe.
Yeah, some locks, but otherwise, I'm like, there might be a bigger consensus, and I'm just going the other direction. Let me just say this now before we go over these nominations. I know what's probably going to happen. I'm not aiming for correctness on some of these. Some of these I am, some of these I'm not. But some of these I'm just this is what I hope happens.
I have a few of those.
Probably not going to happen.
Myself too.
Exactly. I just really want this to happen. We'll get to the best directors lineup in a few moments. But yeah, I'm just I want this to happen because if not, I'm going to be pissed. And I feel like I'm going to be pissed tomorrow morning, Josh. And I'm not happy.
Me too. There's a lot of categories that are still up in the air, at least for me. A lot of categories that have 3 spots that are locked. Then there's two that are way wide open, 2 spots.
Yes.
And there's a lot to dive into here. I feel like we should just go through the nominations as we talk about them. We should bring up the different precursor awards and their nominations as well as we talk about these Oscar noms.
Of course, yes.
We've been gone for a while. A lot's happened since our last episode.
Yeah, you could say since we've been gone.
Exactly. Yeah.
We've had SAG nominations, which were decent, and then BAFTA, which was a mess. But
then
BAFTA is always
nominations and awards too.
Yeah, nominations to Golden Globes turning out to be the best.
Right? Who fucking knew? Golden Globes would be the best noms and winners we had.
People still shit on it because, it's not the best show in the world.
No, but obviously the changes worked because they had some great representation for national.
Exactly. The nominations are great, way better than the Critics' Choice, which for me, every year the Critics' Choice get less and less fun to watch. I have less fun watching. I have less fun watching the Critics' Choice than I do the Golden Globes, honestly. Critics' Choice is oh yeah, here are these 5 awards just right in a row that you missed during commercial break. I'm just this feels icky to me. But nobody talks about it because bloggers, critics online, they love going there and just chilling out with the actors and actresses and directors and everybody involved. So, of course, they have a fun time. But us at home, I'm just this is a horrible ceremony to watch, in my opinion, because a lot of it is unveiled hours before. Dominic Tessa wins Best Young Actor, and the Golden Globes hadn't even started yet. I'm okay, this is weird.
Is that Critics' Choice or is that Globes?
I meant Critics' Choice, yeah. And then other ones, I'm just okay, Best Animated Feature wasn't even there. It was just in the middle of the award ceremony, and then they pan to Lord and Miller. It's yay! It was weird. Anyways,
I wasn't able to actually watch the ceremonies for Globes and Critics' Choice, but at least for the Globes, I went back and watched the speeches because there were some good winners and good speeches there. I just didn't care to do that with Critics' Choice.
Yeah, me neither. But Critics' Choice had some surprises though that we'll get to, Emma Stone and Paul Giamatti. And then
Yeah,
SAG
yeah.
was SAG and BAFTA was BAFTA, and for
Yeah.
better or for worse in both cases. But yeah, let's dive into Best Picture here, which might be.
Can we start with? I was thinking we do work our way to Best Picture.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Try to do
I didn't do
that.
any of the shorts, by the way. I haven't watched any
I
of the
did. I
shorts.
just copied the Oscar expert, honestly.
Okay, cool. That's
Like
cool.
one
Yeah, I didn't do
does.
any of the shorts. I don't. I usually don't watch any shorts. Usually one or two, but unless I'm told like,
Here,
this.
hey, let me bring up my Gold Derby. Wonderful Story of Henry Stringer. I actually watched that, and it's fantastic because it's Wes Anderson.
I
And it's
remember you
weird
talking about
that
this one actually. Yeah.
it's weird that this will probably be the way Wes Anderson finally gets his Oscar. That's a bit weird. But yeah, this is what I have. Just copied the Oscar expert on YouTube. So go
Cool.
check them out. They're great.
Looks like you went straight with Gold Derby as well. Besides, minus the Shepherd.
Yeah, I think The Shepherd is the Alfonso Cuarón one, which I think he got one in a couple years ago also.
But yeah, where'd you watch Henry Sugar? This on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have heard of this one then. Everything else I have not heard of.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Documentary shorts, same thing. Copy the Oscar expert, basically. Once we did the nominations, I'll probably finally dive into some of these, like I did last year.
Yeah. Like if they're all like on that YouTube, like last time.
Yeah, like the New Yorker usually puts out some of them. Then animated short. Same.
Okay. Cool.
Then we could go to international film. What's some of yours real quick?
I just copied Gold Derby here.
Yeah, really? That's what I did too.
I haven't seen any of these besides yeah, I haven't seen none of these actually. None of these. I still need to watch Society of the Snow. I keep wanting to watch it, then I click on Netflix and it's like 2.5 hours. I'm like, I don't have 2 hours.
It's really good. I know.
Yeah.
I don't love that you guys can't watch it in the theater because I was able to, fortunately, and it was fantastic. A great theatrical experience.
Nice plug there, buddy.
But yeah, Zone of Interest is winning. Right, there's no doubt. That movie, we'll talk about it later, has a great shot in Best Picture right now.
And it's finally coming out in theaters, I think, this weekend. I think I'm busy this weekend though, which is unfortunate, but I might catch it sooner than later. Finally. But yeah, I just looked at my Fandango and it's like, oh, all of us strangers is finally in Cincinnati. And I'm like, oh, I didn't get a notification. So I might go Thursday, Friday, something like that to see All of Us Strangers and then see Zone probably next weekend or something if it stays in theaters. I'm always worried about these international movies. I'm like, if I don't see it the first weekend, they might just like remove it.
I know, right? Wait, that first week, then they just dip out.
Exactly. So we'll see. But yeah, I need to see. You said you saw Fallen Leaves, right?
I did. It probably wasn't for me as much, but I really respect it. It's definitely one of the best looking movies I saw last year.
Slow burn kind of movie,
huh?
Slow burn kind of movie.
It's a bit slow. It's a rom-com. Very much like a dry humor though.
Okay. Netflix, YouTube, where's it at?
I don't know. I saw it in theaters.
Saw it in theaters. Okay. And Taste of Things.
I think Movie has it. Movie might be releasing it soon.
Okay.
Taste of Things, I still need to see. I've heard good things though. That's obviously French's submission over Anatomy, which was a fucking horrible decision on their part.
Crazy.
They'd probably be winning.
I don't know why they fuck up that badly every time.
And that'd be really cool to see, like that battle between Zone and Anatomy. The two, we actually finally might have two Best Picture nominees in this category.
Exactly. It's so interesting. France effed up, what, 2 or 3 years ago with that other one?
Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Portrait of a Lady on Fire. What was the other one with the car craziness? What was it called?
Titan also, yeah.
Titan. I never saw that, but was that France as well? So
it was France, yeah.
I don't know who ever makes these decisions. I'm like, do you guys think about these things? They just do not care. I don't know.
Nope.
Anyways, yeah, I need to watch.
At least this time I've heard Taste of Things is actually pretty good, so maybe it's warranted.
Society of Snow doing very well on Netflix, by the way. It's a global sensation on there.
28 Days of Miracle I have in because it's a contender for documentary, so maybe they'll get that double nom. I've seen a lot of people put Totem in, which is interesting. I haven't really heard much about that movie.
And I keep hearing good things about Perfect Days, especially
Yeah,
from
I
the lead
can't.
actor
I
category.
really want
But
to see Perfect Days, but I have it Jane snubbed. I've seen a lot of people doing other people doing that, and I feel like it's missed at a few other places.
okay. I think did you put this in the DMs today about it having a release soon or something like
I know
that?
it's just doing a release in February. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of DMs, today I had a hectic day, last hour of work, and then I had a meeting after work, and then I go to my DMs, it's like 150 missed messages. I'm like, what happened today? And
A
then it
lot
was
of
all
a
like
lot of bullshit.
Bad Batch, Jurassic Park, Book of Eli, a lot of like
Hitman, that
movies.
Hitman trailer. Oh man,
I didn't watch the Hitman trailer actually. I'm like, I'm staying
it
away.
doesn't give away anything. It's
Does it?
perfect teaser. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was worried about it, and apparently it's getting a limited theatrical run.
I mean, probably just in LA. So that's
Probably
good for
just
me. Bad for you though.
just give us at least a week or something. Pull a do
Yeah.
and be like, it's here on Wednesday or something. Anyways, let's see what we got here. What's next? Because I think Zone is winning this one in Zone Society. This seems pretty locked. I think Gold Derby has it. I agree.
We have
never mind.
documentary next.
Documentary. I didn't watch any of these. I'm not a huge documentary person either, but I heard $4 is actually really good. That's the one
Yeah,
I've
I've heard
heard
most of it's
about.
rated. I've seen Beyond Utopia and American Symphony. Those are the only two I've seen.
What's American Symphony about? I heard that one too.
It's about John Batiste, the musical artist. He did
Mm.
the jazz compositions for Soul. He's also a really good jazz musician and had like a big Grammys, darling.
Okay, yeah, so I have heard of him.
Yeah, it's
Beyond
basically this
Utopia was this
documenting his rise to fame recently, along with like contradicting his wife having getting cancer, which is a really really interesting emotional story.
Oh, my mic messed up there for a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I'm shocked you don't have it in your predictions though.
I know.
You think it's gonna get
There's
snubbed?
always that one big snub with a documentary, and it's either be that
True.
or still or both. Which I think is a lot of people or other are predicting that. Osterheiser was predicting that.
Yeah,
So I'm just going with them.
documentary team always snubs like a famous one. I wonder why, how that happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Also these like I think this top three was the general consensus right now. Then these bottom two just have a lot of precursor awards and have like the right precursor awards to get in. So that's what I'm going with.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Then we have animated
This should be fun.
next.
Now this is where I can actually oh wow.
Yeah.
You have the same as me.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh wait, you actually think Boy in the Hair is winning, which is not happening, but
We'll see.
interesting. Yeah.
If it did score, I think they could win.
We'll get to
But
that.
that's
for
very,
sure.
very unlikely
I
these
have the
days.
same list, and I think we should talk about this because people are like, Evan, Josh, why don't you have Pixar on here?
The Annie Awards.
Agreed.
Yeah. It missed a bid time at the Anime Awards. It got a few awards, but it missed like the bid ones. And Suzume did really well.
Exactly. People are like, what are the Annie Awards? Annie Awards are basically like the Oscars for animation, movies, short films, TV products, stuff like that. So I'm with you. Suzume was actually in on the Annies, and our predictions here, Spider-Verse, me and Josh had the same thing, just different order. But yeah, Spider-Verse, Boy and the Heron, TMNT, Nimona, Suzume were all the top 5 for best film at the Annie Awards, and I think I tend to agree with that. I think Chicken Nugget is out of the thing. But...
Oscars I was watching their predictions, and they were probably good point. The Oscars have more of a native bias towards Pixar too than even the Annie Awards, and Elemental didn't show up there, so I don't think it's starting to show up here.
You see, the Oscars have more of an anime bias.
Pixar bias.
So
they don't. If Pixar movie isn't like the big movie of the year, it doesn't really get in as much. Like Finding Dory or the movies like recently.
Mm-hmm. But it's hard because Elemental came out in it had that iconic release where it didn't do so well. 26 million, I think, opening weekend. to The Flash, and then it legged out one of the biggest legs of 2023 in terms of the box office. And it made headlines in that sense, where it's like, oh, it actually did kind of get close to making a profit here. And that's what kind of put it in the spotlight, and people put it back into their predictions because of that spotlight. But as the award ceremonies have come out, Suzume has been rising steadily, and I'm confident in putting Suzume as my 5th place. Do I think Elemental is more likely?
Probably. Yeah.
Yes, probably. Yeah. But Suzume is one of my favorite movies of the year. I love Suzume. If you guys check out our top 10 2023 podcast that we did recently, check it out. It's very fun. But I had Suzume in my top 5. And I think Suzume is a wonderful movie. Watch it on Crunchyroll. It's great. But I would really love if we get 2 anime movies in the top
That'd
5.
be awesome.
That's rarely rare. It's usually just the one anime movie.
And it doesn't even make it most of the time, too.
Exactly. It's like one anime, another international, like we'll see. But 2023 was a fantastic year for animation. The past couple of years in general have been fantastic years for animation. And last year, I was so happy that my favorite, The Sea Beast, made it in. I was so happy. And
that's
really
why I think Nimona would have in too, because that's also another lower profile Netflix animated film.
Exactly. And I was worried for Nimona after it released because it had a huge buzz opening weekend on Netflix. And then it kind of sizzled out. But then people kept talking about it. And I think it's one of those easy talking points of the year Nimona was. So
Nimona did miss BAFTA, which is a bit worrisome. But it got in Golden Globe, and I think it has enough to get in.
And it did really well at the Emmys. I think
it was
Nimona might have done
nominations, right?
I think it actually had more nominations than Spider-Verse. I think it went like Nimona, Spider-Verse, then Boy and the Heron, I think. So yeah, and then TMNT, it's in some places, not in some places, but I think TMNT
I feel like it's in there.
It's in there as well. It's just such a fun movie. I really like it. I really need to rewatch it actually. But yeah, I think in my opinion, Spider-Verse is winning, but I will not be upset if the Boy and the Heron upsets. I don't even know if it would be called an upset.
But...
Would it be called an upset?
I mean, it won Golden Globe, so anything's possible.
One Golden Globe. It's a lot closer of a race.
I feel like it's been losing a lot of steam since Golden Globe, though.
Yeah,
like we'll see.
Like 2018, nothing was stopping Into the Spider-Verse. I don't even know what other animated movie came out that year. Spider-Verse is winning that easily. But now Across the Spider-Verse, it has that part 2 effect. Boy and the Heron.
Boy and the Heron has the Miyazaki effect, where like people just has never won this category. That movies need to be celebrated. I forgot what I was going to say.
No, I mean, I agree with you. Yeah, I think Miyazaki's on the rise and Spider-Verse might be on the low, but you never know. Spider-Verse has also been winning tons of critic awards across the states here. So I still have Spider-Verse winning. The Spider-Verse fandom will be in shambles if it loses. It lost to Golden Globes, and my whole TL was like, what the fuck? I was like, guys.
It's Miyazaki.
It's Miyazaki, and the Golden Globes were super international this year.
Yeah, exactly.
With a lot of surprises.
Well, the Oscars are usually international focus too. I don't know for animated films winning, but we'll see.
Yeah. So I still have Spider-Verse winning. I would love it if the whole trilogy won for best animated movie each year came out. Like that would be the best case scenario. Like 2018 Spider-Verse wins, Across the Spider-Verse, and then Beyond whenever.
What's next year?
Yeah, if Beyond doesn't come out,
how much competition so far?
I'm thinking about next year, like it's not 2024 already. I think the lead is Inside Out 2. What other movies
do we really think Beyond is coming out this year?
No. What I'm saying is if besides like Beyond,
I'm saying what's Beyond's main competition?
What's Beyond main competition?
Like Elio, is that the only one we have
for 2025?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I can remember right
Maybe
now.
Another anime film that comes up, but I doubt it would be in conversation to win.
Makoto Shinkai, the guy who did Suzume and Your Name, his next movie is most likely going to be 2026. But yeah.
Shit. We have Wildwood, which is Laika's next movie, which should be big.
Oh yeah, well, Laika's
that's coming out either next year or this year or next year.
That's going to be strong.
That'll probably be the main competition.
Animation, just thinking about it, this year we're doing our most anticipated movies of this year. We have the Lord of the Rings movie coming out in December, so that'll be high on people's minds.
I think it'll be that and Inside Out 2 will be
Inside Out 2. Transformers has a prequel
Yeah.
called Transformers 1, but you never know how that's going to go. So Inside Out 2. So it's a lot of interesting stuff happening this year. We'll see. But yeah, I like this top 5 in general. Nimona, Suzume, TMNT, Spider-Verse. I love all these nominations.
I think if we're talking about potential upsets, it could be Chicken Run because they like stop motion.
That'll be an
They
upset.
like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anything
It
else is
could
not
be
happening.
Robot Dreams, which is a movie
Mm.
I've heard great things about. It hasn't really had much of a release so far, but who knows?
Yeah. Wish is gone.
Wish is
Mario
dead.
Bros.
Mario's
is
dead.
gone. Yeah. So Suzume, you never know. I really hope so. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I like our top 5. Again, I think the only not surprise would be if Elemental actually does make it, then Suzume is out. That's the most likely scenario.
Or Nemona's out and Suzume's in. It could be like
Exactly.
any of those
Yeah.
combinations.
Nimona or Suzume are very liable to get switched out with Elemental, either one of those. And again, I don't hate Elemental. I had a really fun time.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I was actually surprised how much I liked it. The marketing was garbage, but the movie was really good.
All right, next we have.
This should be interesting. Very complicated one. Let's see what we got.
That's what I have so far.
Creator, Guardians. I think those are 2 locks. Gold Derby wants to say Poor Things. We say differently.
I don't think it gets in. No.
Me neither. I would like it. I wouldn't be upset at all, but especially over indie here. What did I put? Can you go to mine real quick? I forget.
Yeah.
I updated mine hours ago.
I think we have the same.
Creator, Guardians. I still have Spider-Verse. Yeah. Okay. So I still have Spider-Verse.
Where's the visual effects in that though? I don't get it.
Yes, there are tons.
It's just animation.
But I think there's tons of like little like I'm not an animation person. I don't know how to describe it. But the visual like artistry in terms of like what they added to the movie, especially I think in terms of improvement from the first one.
I just think like unless there's a bake-off, which they were part of, but I just don't think how you can put that across where like how to separate the animation from the actual visual effects tools that they use. Like it's kind of difficult to do that.
That's true. Very true. But I think when people got out of Across the Spider-Verse, they were talking about the visuals and they're kind of mixing it between visuals and animation itself. You're right. But I still think it's a very likely possibility. But Gold Derby is all over the place here. -1, Poor Things, Society. I think -1 will be lucky to get in here, even though I
think I don't get it. Like it should be in there.
It should be a lot. It should be a lot, but it wasn't at BAFTA, I don't think, right?
No.
And it wasn't at like the Visual Effects Society, whatever it's called, the VES.
I think it'll still sneak in though. Like I think it's sure in there.
Speaking of surprise, Gold Derby doesn't have Mission anywhere close to their top.
But BAFTA, that on the BAFTA, so I think that's why that's on mine at least.
And where's my phone at? I think in terms of places that have not missed in terms of visual effects, I think Mission was one of them. Let me go to my bookmarks. Let's see here.
In that one we did BAFTA?
Visual effects at the CCA, BAFTA, and Guild mentions were The Creator, Guardians, and Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
So Mission Impossible made it to BAFTA, got a Guild nomination, and CCA as well. So I think Mission's in there, which is really surprising because usually those movies don't get in for visual effects. So Mission Impossible, Guardians, Creator, those are my top 3. But Godzilla, Indiana Jones, I'm not sure. What happened here, Bob.
I think Indy gets in because there's a lot of visual effects in there and the de-aging, and they like that shit. They like the Disney a lot.
They do, but it's like not memorable or good at all. I would have Godzilla. I haven't even seen Society, but I'll put Society in there.
Society is very like a bit more understated. Besides the big crash scene, it's just like replacing the backdrops and stuff, but it looks good.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be mad if that got in, but only if Godzilla gets in as well.
I really want Godzilla in, and I don't think it is. But I would love.
I don't understand why it wouldn't though. Like, I
It
don't
looks
know.
so good. I just rewatched certain scenes, like the Giza attack. Like it's insane. The look of the creature is just
Yeah.
astonishing. I would really very much love a Godzilla -1 mention
I
here.
wouldn't be like angry if Poor Things got in because the backdrops do look really good.
Insanely
But
good. We
there's
talked
just
about
not
it in
that
our
many
review.
visual effects besides that.
Yeah, we talked about a review of Poor Things, like of course the balcony shot with the skies and everything. But yeah, it's not a lot outside of that. I think everywhere else has a more outstanding and
I guess the animals you could say are good visual effects. They look good.
oh yeah, duh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, were those puppets?
I think so.
You never know. But yeah, visual effects. -1. You have Indiana Jones here. Society Snow's very liable to be
You
nominated here.
have Spider-Verse and stuff indie.
Spider Verse and Godzilla, and I was going wild with Godzilla and Spidey. Like I just hope Spider Verse gets 3: the score, visual, and animation. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's just my hope. But man, this is very interesting. What did Oscar Expert do here? I forget
I
what
think
he.
they did these four, but I think they put Society of the Snow instead of Godzilla.
These four sides know that of
So they
Godzilla.
put indie, Mission Impossible, Guardians, Creator, and took Godzilla out, put in Society of the Snow, which I think
Yeah,
is very possible.
I don't want Indy anywhere near these nominations. Sorry,
If
not
things
sorry.
don't happen though,
Like best score. Oh god, that would be a travesty.
that would be worst possible case
What's the
scenario.
score for Indiana Jones? Besides
It's
the iconic
good.
one,
It's John Williams. Like, of course, it's good, but it's just not the best of the year.
I can't remember it either. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I mean,
Yeah,
Indiana Jones, the theme is great, and whenever it comes in, great moments. But the Helena's theme is good. The work he does in that movie is really good, but it's just we don't need to dominate John Williams again for this movie when it's nowhere near his best work.
yeah. I forgot they nominated him for Tross too. I was like,
Yeah,
Tross is not one of my favorite Star Wars
it's a
scores.
good score. Like I wasn't mad, but it was they took out Little Women and put in Tross, which is dumb. Little Women's one of the best scores of all time, in my
I
opinion.
love the woman score. Yeah, but yeah, I think these top three: Guardians, Creator, Mission, getting in. I'm surprised Gold Derby didn't even have Mission on his like long list here. That's weird for Gold Derby. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, -1 Indy. This has all the potential to be a very interesting. I'm going to be very keen to check out what this 5 is tomorrow morning because
Mm-hmm.
wow, that could be interesting. Okay, let's move on.
All right. We have next we have sound. So this is a newly added Bake Off category, and the clips that they submitted were tweeted out, and it's very interesting. I think the clip they showed for the killer, which is the fight scene, a really good choice, and I think that could make it sneak in there.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
I have the killer over Killers of the Flower Moon,
I think I put
then
Killers.
Ferrari, Zone, Maestro, Oppenheimer.
I went with the other 4. Yeah. And I think people were kind of dismissing Ferrari's sound because the editing was bad. But I think Ferrari's editing is bad, but whenever they get to those sound sequences, it's really
It's
stunning. In
decent.
my
Yeah.
opinion. I really like the sound in especially of course that one traumatic, awful, brutal scene towards the end of the movie. The sound in that scene is
I think
gnarly.
the sound they used for in the Bake Off was like all the phones, the stopwatch scene,
Oh,
in the church, and
that's a good one
the
too.
crash where the driver dies, which is a good scene to choose.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the crash. Oh, the beginning crash or the
The
end
beginning
crash?
crash in the first act, yeah.
The beginning crash. That's a good one too. Yeah, because the way, yeah, I like that scene a lot because the way it repeats itself due to this,
The
due to it being
stopwatches
a crash.
also, like we have the
Yeah, it repeats itself, but then
good
there's
shots.
slight differences with each lap. That's very interesting. But Ferrari, Zone, Maestro, Oppenheimer, those make sense.
Then Zone
I
of
would.
Interest is some of the most horrifying sound work I've heard in years, so that
That's what I hear.
fucking
Yeah.
better get in.
Maestro, I don't really get. I'm just kidding. But then Oppenheimer, yeah, obviously, and then yeah, the
Yeah,
killer.
I'll
I
do
put
Zoning.
killers. What?
Oppie is winning.
Yeah, for sure. I put Killers to Killer. Why Barbie's even in this mentioning is ridiculous to me.
I know. I think it's decent. Like, it's very cartoony. It's very like similar to Everything Everywhere. Like, there's some good sound work in there.
Yeah. But I have Killers over the Killer, but I would like the Killer to be in there over Killers. I just think the Killers makes more sense for me. I think the top 5 makes a lot more sense. Napoleon, I would actually have Napoleon over Killers.
Napoleon could get in there too. Yeah,
those war sequences in Napoleon are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think the sound there is really effective. So yeah, I think Napoleon is a good shot. Napoleon is going to get blanked.
I think it could do costumes, could do production design, could do it sound, but like those are all maybes.
Those are all maybes. Yeah. Can you go to mine real quick and just double check? Yeah, Oppenheimer. Yeah, I went to.
You got to bump up that zone of interest, boy.
Yeah, it's getting in.
It's not number 5.
It's getting in. I'll bump it up once we actually get these official nominations. But it's getting in. It's in the 5. So I have Zone, Killers, yeah, Ferrari, Maestro, Oppenheimer. Yep. Okay. Makes sense.
All right. We have
again,
net
this is
setting
one
score, right? This is the tough one.
Yeah, again,
sound
is
net song.
Sound is the one where it's like I think 1 could be switched here, and song, I think
Are we still on sound?
Yeah, no, just for one thing, I think sound is like one of those categories where one category is like viable to be changed. Very similar to like
one
animation.
Slot.
One slot, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, going to song here. We're gonna have 2 Barbies in song. That's obvious. So. I didn't know that Flamin' Hot movie was first of all a thing. And
it's Diane Warren.
Yeah, I didn't know that was Diane Warren. Oh my god.
That's the Diane Warren. It was between that and 80 for Brady, but 80 for Brady didn't make the shortlist. So there's number 3 is always a Diane Warren slot when it comes to this category.
Then you got to have your Black empowerment song, Road to Freedom. And then American Symphony, which I never heard of, but I don't think I put American Symphony on mine because I never heard of the movie. I went with The Color Purple, I think, on mine.
I don't think it's in. I don't think Color Purple means it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, nah. Again, I didn't really love the music in Color Purple. Some of it was really good. Some of it was like a mixed bag.
Keep It Moving was good. Like that track is really good. That number.
That was one of the only memorable ones for sure. Of course, I would love it if Spider-Verse gets in. That's not happening. Or Past
I think
Lives.
the very possible upset, very limited but very possible, would be the Past Lives song.
That'd be incredible. That'd be amazing.
That'd be cool. High Life from Florida and Son would also be really fun, but that no way that movie is an Oscar nomination.
I remember thinking Hunger Games had a shot here earlier this year.
Right? Yeah, I'm surprised it fell.
It kind of just died.
Olivia Rodrigo, I'm surprised they wouldn't go for that.
She was doing the campaigning-ish for that, right? She got invited to do the round table for songs and artists, whatever it was called. But yeah, these top 3 make sense. Rustin makes sense. American Symphony makes sense. You can either go for American Symphony or The Color Purple here, whichever one you choose to do here. Again, final slot, viable to be changed. My question to you, Josh, is which one do you think is winning? I'm Just Ken or What Was I Made For?
That's hard because we only have 2 best song categories winners that we've had before the Oscars, and one went to I'm Just Ken, one went to Billie Eilish. So
I think I'm Just Ken would be more fun, and it's a better,
not too one last year. They have a precedent for fun songs now. But I wouldn't be mad either way because they're both great.
They're both great, and Billie Eilish, I think, won before already. Was it No Time to Die? She won already.
Yeah.
So
they're both great, and they're both integral to the movie, which is you love to see that.
Exactly. So I would just like it. I still don't know if Ryan's going to sing at the Oscars.
Oh, he will, of course.
Given his look when I'm Just Ken won the Critics' Choice, that iconic meme now.
I don't think he's got to win, but I'm sure it's Jane. He knows it's Jane nomination, and that he'll have to perform it because if he doesn't, that would be messed up.
Greta, put a gun to his head. Make him do it. Let's get to an exciting category here. Best score.
Oh, this is gonna be a rough one because I don't know what to do. I'm very upset that was like
I know.
my favorite's not even in there.
But I put it in there because I want it to be in there. I'll tell you right now. I put it in there. I put Boy and the Heron in there because I
What do you
wanted to
have?
get in there. Sorry,
What are you
Indy.
missing? You have
I'm
Zone of
missing.
Interest missing?
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I didn't take out Poor Things. No. What do I take out here?
That's the thing. That's the thing. There's not enough slots.
Killers, Oppie, Poor Things, Spider-Man. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think the top 2 are lots, maybe.
No, wait, no. I think I'm. Ah, shit. I guess Boy and the Heron would be Zone of Interest.
That's the thing. That's the thing, man.
Because I think Poor Things is getting in. Poor Things made CCA, Golden Globe,
It made
BAFTA,
everything, yeah.
made everything. I don't think Poor Things is leaving. I don't think Killers is leaving. Killers also
The
made.
best case scenario for me, not gonna
Uh-huh.
happen, but take off Killers, put in Zone of Interest. Because I think the Killers store is really good, but it's not the best here.
It's solid, yeah.
Yeah. Boy and Heron's better. Zone of
I
Interest
remember
better.
all of these. The Boy and the Heron. Oh my god! Like,
It's my favorite store of the year. It's
how do you
fucking gorgeous.
you put on that 1 minute track? What's it called?
Rain of Fire. Ask
No.
Me Why.
Ask Me Why. The main theme. The main theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. It's just tear. I
Beautiful.
cry listening to it. It's like it just induces emotion, and that's like the best thing about scores. Man, I'm happy the Spider-Verse is a lock for this. Hopefully.
I don't think it is. That's the
What do
thing.
you
I
do?
have it number
What do you
5.
think, you Josh? Don't be like that. What are you
I don't
talking
know.
about?
I think the top 4 are way more likely than Spider-Verse.
What? Spider-Verse hasn't dropped the ball at all.
Yeah, it has. It missed somewhere, bit. I forgot where, but I think it did.
No, I mean it has CCA, Golden Globe, and BAFTA. That's important.
Okay.
Maybe it didn't get the
Guilds.
actual score guild. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think Spider-Verse.
I think it's just that Spider-Verse isn't a Best Picture nominee, but I know Boy and Heron isn't. But they also fucking love John Williams.
Man, this is tough.
That's where I'm struggling because I could easily do them doing some fucking bullshit and taking out Spider-Verse, putting in Indiana Jones for some reason.
If that happens, I'm walking out.
Yeah,
I'm walking out. I'm going. I'm quitting. I'm leaving school if that happens. I'm like, see you,
I think
kids.
it's
I'm
likely.
going
I
home.
think it's possible.
Oh my gosh, Josh. Just don't do Spider-Verse. I need the Spider-Verse score to get in. I need it to get in.
Yeah.
I need it to get in. It's so good. I just rewatched a movie and Spider-Verse score just sings to me. But yeah, Oppie, Poor Things. I love the Poor Things. Such a kooky, weird.
It's so unique. It's fucking better get in.
Oppie is just the score of the century. Like, come on, like that score.
It's easy win. Yeah.
When I first heard the movie, when I first watched the movie, I'm like, oh, I love this track. Next scene. Oh, I love this track. Oh,
Yeah.
next scene. I love this.
And
Like,
it's so like prevalent throughout the whole movie too.
yeah, I'd never had that experience, at least for me, in quite some time, where I'm just like, on first watch. Usually, if I rewatch it again, I'm like, oh, I actually do love the score. Like, it takes me a while to like really become captivated by a score. But Oppenheimer is driven by the music. It's like a silent movie version of Oppenheimer cannot work. Like I think Oppenheimer is just king for this score. But yeah, and yeah, I'm with you, Josh. I wouldn't be upset if Killers get snubbed for a Poor Thing.
I would be. I mean, I think they won't do
Or
that
for,
because
Boy and
it'll be a posthumous nomination because pretty sure the composer passed away recently.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm sure
tragic.
they'd want to honor him one more time.
Mm-hmm. No.
Which I'm fine with. I think it's a great score. The opening track, fucking banger.
Banger, yeah.
But it's not my favorite this year.
Yeah. Killers
It's
gonna be
probably the
walking
one out of the top ones I probably listened to the least.
Is Scorsese getting zeroed at the Oscars?
Oh, are you
buddy?
thinking that?
I think it is.
Wow. Okay.
I'll do that in a second.
That'll be
I think a lot of
interesting to talk about
a lot of
later.
movies are these days. I think, especially in the era of like sweeps that are happening like these days. Like I think a lot.
Oh,
of
you're talking about wins.
wins. Sorry.
Oh yeah. I think it's Dan Duced.
Wins. Yeah, I think Killer's is getting definitely some nominations in score, costumes, and that. Anyways, yeah. But anyways,
I think
Oppenheimer,
it's just
Poor Things,
these ones
Killers.
on Gold Derby, these top 7. I don't think anything else. I mean, Elemental, they do love Thomas Newman, but I think that's just too weak this year.
It's a fine score. It's definitely
Saltburn actually could be a surprise win because they got BAFTA, got a few others, got Critics' Choice. I don't know.
Maybe.
I would hate it because I think it's not really that great of a score. There's some good
Yeah.
tracks, but it's not really that memorable for me.
Elemental being a surprise nomination here would be crazy.
Barbie, I would not be mad at because the score is actually really good.
You think so?
On a rewatch, I noticed that it's pretty good.
I have to rewatch it. Yeah. But yeah, I think again to cap off, I think Indiana Jones is very likely to get in here, and it could easily replace a Spider-Verse Zone of Interest, or get in over A Boy in the Heron, which I did not want.
One last thing, talking about the short list here. Past Lives not even be on the short list. Fucking atrocious. Past Lives is my number 2 store of the year.
Yes,
Beautiful shit. Okay, then next we have production design.
I'm with you, buddy.
Barbie's winning, I think. Poor Things could as well, but I think it's Barbie's.
Unfortunately to me, I think Poor Things should win, especially after finally seeing the movie. I think Poor Things is more consistently gorgeous, and Barbie, you go to 2 places. And I think Barbie is great in the Barbie world, but then
I did
this
watch
modern day,
the bonus features for Barbie, and they have like a featurette specifically on the sets and stuff. It's fucking beautiful. It's really impressive. All the visual effects they have and the sets.
and they put a lot of work into how the production design affects the characters in the world itself. So it makes sense how
if you actually leave Barbie Land, it looks ugly. It doesn't look like the city.
Yeah, and I think Poor Things for me, every different set in that movie, every single sequence, like
they're
the
so
boat
unique
itself.
and so stylish and extravagant.
Yeah, the boat, the mansion, the city itself of Lisbon, like a lot of these cities and stuff, it just looks so outstanding and so like
Alexandria
crazy.
too. Like, good God.
Oh yeah, true. So I think Poor Things definitely
Paris.
should win. I don't think Emma Stone should be the only Poor Things winner of the night. I
No.
think production design should definitely come with even costumes. I get Barbie has
I'd put Poor Things over costumes for sure.
yeah,
Or
I
over
think
Barbie
Barbie
for costumes.
again has great costumes, but they're just gonna be like, "Oh, Barbie, that's cool, Barbie. Oh, production design, Barbie."
There are a
Come
lot of
on,
costumes in
guys.
that movie, and they do look great. They are probably more iconic than Poor Things. But
Yeah.
I don't know. They're both great,
Um,
so I wouldn't be mad at either way.
Oppenheimer, they built a set, so obviously that's coming along. Killers, same thing, they're coming along. Zone, I'm happy about that. I haven't even seen the movie, but
It
I
got the
keep.
BAFTA nom. I think it could sneak in there. That it's just so integral to the movie, and it's so interesting how they use it. The garden, the house itself, very generic looking, but I think very like dull. But that's the point.
Yeah, I think this top 5 is locked. Color
I
Purple
don't know.
could
Zone of
sneak
Interest
in.
is very much just
Oh,
to sneak in there. I think Asteroid City is also possible.
but not everybody's like high on Wes Anderson like you are, John.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to see Asteroid City in there, but I'd rather take Zone of Interest because it's the more of the interesting pick.
Yeah, and more likely to. Zone of
I'd
Interest
take
has.
Killers out, put in the Asteroid City any day.
I know you would. Yeah. What are the other nominations that Gold Derby was even considering here outside of
Color
the top 7?
Purple, that makes sense. Maestro, it's
Actually,
good. Napoleon,
Napoleon would
Wonka,
make
it's
sense.
good.
Yeah, Wonka would have made
What
sense.
should be on okay, it is here. I think Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes is really good for production design.
Yeah, we talked about it with our own nominations, but
Yeah.
I agree. But yeah, this
I
5
think that's
seems
our 5. Is that
pretty
yours too?
set and done. I think so. Double check real quick, but I think that's my 5 as well, unless I did something crazy. Nope. Yep. Okay. I just have 4 things over Barbie because that's my hope. But yep, that's about it.
All right, and next we have give me one second.
I think next up
Makeup
we
and
have
hair.
makeup and hair, which should be very interesting here.
I went with Maestro. Poor Things. I think Golda's getting in for sure. Has made a short list. It made a few of the guilds. I think it made BAFTA. Pretty sure.
I think I forgot about Gorda. I don't even know if I had that on my list.
Yeah, they love prosthetics.
Yeah.
And
What's
yeah,
Gorda even about? Is a person
I
named
don't know,
Gorda?
but it's Helen Mirren and Kate in makeup, so I'm sure it'll get in.
Okay, good for you, Helen. Um,
Oppenheimer, I think just the aging as the movie goes on is really good. Very subtle,
mhm,
but very good. Inside of the Snow is just all the mud on their faces, all the dirt.
yeah.
It's good.
This is another category where I would love it to go to Poor Things over Maestro. I understand the Maestro one because Bradley Cooper, he looks just like Leonard Bernstein. Cool.
Bradley's caked in fucking makeup. He's winning this.
And same for Carey
Winning this.
Mulligan. They both look like their real life counterparts. But Poor Things, I think
Very
Emma's
much
hairstyle.
unique, yeah.
Yeah, Emma's hairstyle is outstanding. Just crazy.
Willem Dafoe's prosthetics are so cool.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo's mustache.
Iconic. Yeah. So I think each of the characters has a unique feature to it, rather
Yeah.
than my show is just like, oh, they look like actual.
Rami Yusuf's mustache as well. Also did
Mhm.
good mustache.
Yeah. So this is another category where I'm like, if Poor Things upsets, I would not be upset.
Yeah, it's
What
not
if during
happening.
Oscar night, like Poor Things starts winning all these texts? I'll be like, oh
I
wait,
would
what's
be
happening?
that would be interested. I think
Like,
there's a
wait,
chance Poor Things could start picking up steam again
I
as
would
we
love
get
that.
closer. We'll see.
But yeah. Oh, you having seen Society of the Snow, what did you think about the makeup and hairstyling there?
It's good. Yeah, it's very I think similar to All Quiet last year, and that made it in. It's
Mm,
very much like just dirt on everyone's faces.
yeah,
But they like that. So
cool. Yeah, I think All Quiet deserved it, and I think Society of the Snow should deserve it here too.
mhm.
Killers, it was
Killers
fine.
could get in,
Yeah,
Napoleon could get in. I think that's it.
yeah. I love how people have to finally remember what Last Voyage of the Demeter is.
I mean,
That movie,
Dracula, he was good though, right?
it looks really good, but it's dark. You can
Yeah.
hardly see it unless you like watch the behind the scenes videos, right? Um, so I think the lighting might be affecting people's judgment
Those
here.
Afraid would be a really fun pick, but that's too weird for them, I think.
I heard about that. Yeah, even in the trailers, Bo's Afraid looked pretty kooky
Hmm.
when it came to that kind of stuff. But yeah, this top five makes sense. I think I remember to put Gorda in there. Can you go to mine real quick to double check? I forget. I might have skipped Gorda.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I
it's in
did.
there.
Okay, never mind. Maestro, Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Society, Gorda. Yep. Okay. Um, those make sense. Congrats to Maestro. And then once again, Oppenheimer is just getting all these texts because
Hmm.
it's Oppenheimer. It is that movie.
Film editing, which is interesting.
Woo! This should be interesting. I don't think Barbie should be on this list, but that's just my opinion.
Really?
I think it's fine, but editing didn't really snap out to me.
It's all the
And
montages, all the quick cuts. They love that shit.
they love the montages. I get it. But when I saw editing, I think I just not recently, but I finally saw Anatomy of a Fall a couple weeks ago.
That's ugh.
Before the end of the year, yeah, it was the last week in December where I saw Anatomy of a Fall, and I was like, wow, the editing here is outstanding because the way they go back and do the like flashbacks or the
Mhm.
perceived flashbacks is really cool. The way they edit that into the narrative. But Oppenheimer, of course, is just
It's winning.
editing. It's editing 101. If
Yeah.
you're in film class and someone's like, "Hey, professor, what is film editing?" Show them Oppenheimer because that's
Mhm.
editing 101 there. Every scene just melds together.
Jennifer
Whether it's
Lame getting her Oscar.
yeah, it's
Deserved
like
we
different
show.
internal thoughts from Oppenheimer himself, the way that interweaves with the narrative, the cuts going back and forth between different parts of the story, between RDJ's life and Oppenheimer's life. Like editing is so crucial to that movie. So I'm so happy Anatomy of a Fall is in there, Killers in there, Holdovers in there. Like, for example, Poor Things editing should get in there over Barbie. It would be wild
Mhm.
if Poor Things get in there. But Poor Things has been missing. I think that's why
Yeah.
we have it off here. Poor Things has been missing. I would like it to get in, but it
Oh,
makes
you have
sense.
it in still over Barbie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have it in over Barbie. It's one of those hope things that I talked about earlier. Um, I have to acknowledge that again, Poor Things has been missing out on a lot of, not a lot, but certain important precursors for editing.
Did it get
Uh,
BAFTA?
I think it did. Let's see here.
It did not.
It did. Poor
Zone
Thing.
of Interest.
Oh, Barbie.
Barbie and Poor Things. Yeah, Barbie missed. Okay, interesting.
But BAFTA didn't really like Barbie, so it doesn't really matter. Probably
Yeah.
not.
Do you know what does Critics' Choice have an editing category?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I
I think
don't
Critics'
know what
Choice.
they want.
I think they just love Barbie. They probably did nominate it for that.
Yeah.
Let me see the list here. Best editing. I don't have a list here for precursors, but I think editing has been going towards Oppenheimer and Killers a lot this year.
Holdovers, though. Do we think Holdovers did get in?
I don't expect it to, or I don't think it. I don't know how to describe this.
You have it in.
I have it in, but no. In terms of my personal opinion, like
I don't think it should.
same thing for directing that we'll get to. I'm just like, I wouldn't mind if it didn't. It's fine, exactly. It's fine, but even when it comes to Barbie, I put Holdovers over Barbie. Barbie over Holdovers in terms of editing there. But yeah, Holdovers for me is a very big acting and screenplay.
But I think because Holdovers is so strong right now,
just gonna put it.
I think it could just sneak in over there. I think Poor Things did that like a weird snub here.
Best editing is just like how much do we love the movie? Yeah,
Maestro could get in also. I think Zone of Interest is very possible too.
This is a stacked category of possibilities.
What do you have?
Oppie, Killers, Holdovers, Poor Things, Anatomy. So I just
Zone of Interest. Editing in Zone of Interest is like it should get in. It's very powerful.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how Zone of Interest is shot, so I don't know if the editing is as sharp.
Very slow, very like launder takes, but very deliberate editing.
So you never know, but a lot of people are putting in Barbie. I think Barbie is a very big possibility, but I think Anatomy is getting in. I think Goldberg has Anatomy as their 6. Yeah, as their 6.
I think it's in because I think they'll love Anatomy. And I think it won Critics' Choice or no. Sorry, I'm thinking Screenplay. It got in at BAFTA for editing.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, but BAFTA, of course, they liked a lot of those Anatomy.
I think Oscars liked it too, though.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So what are we saying gets snubbed here? Or Poor Things. I don't know if it would be called a snub.
Just not enough slots.
Not enough slots. There's a lot of great movies with great editing this year. Even though I disparaged Barbie a little bit and Holdovers a little bit, I think those showed decent editing enough to get nominated for sure. I just hope that Poor Thing gets in there. Besides that, I don't see anything happening. Maestro, I think, was negatively affected, at least my enjoyment of Maestro. One of my biggest complaints was the editing, so I don't think that needs to be in there, especially the way they told that story, in my opinion. So I don't think Maestro is cracking it in, but it's fine as a 7th place possibility here. But yeah, I think Oppenheimer's winning. Killers makes sense. I'm with you on Anatomy, and then Barbie and Holdovers. But I just want Poor Things for Barbie. What's next here? So editing, by the way, before we close out, editing is just a very end-all, be-all, very confusing category. I think there's a lot of different possibilities. Oh, you're muted, by the way.
Yeah, they do some weird shit sometimes with editing.
So we'll be surprised. And there's no big war movie. Yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's always like the big editing player is like All Quiet last year. I think won, right?
Yeah.
All right, next we have costume design.
I'm with you. Did you go crazy on one of these? Which one did you?
I don't think so.
Maestro? You think Maestro's getting in?
I have
over
Maestro instead of Oppenheimer. Yeah. Not sure why I did that.
Is that a popular choice? I don't even know.
I think Osterheitzford did that movie.
Maybe. I
Because
watched the
Oppenheimer's
video
the
yesterday. I
suits
totally
and
forgot.
dresses. So is
So was
Maestro, but
Maestro.
Maestro is like, I don't know, it's more iconic. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what this. I just the hat in Oppenheimer is pretty good.
Yeah, Oppenheimer is 5, but Maestro is a close 6. I think I remember them saying that.
Yeah, I mean, this one's
Yeah.
I don't really have that much passion for.
Yeah, costumes is costumes. Once again, it's a battle between Barbie and Poor Things, as
Yeah.
is a lot of these categories in the text. And I think Barbie's going to take it, even though, once again, I mentioned it earlier, but I think Poor Things has a better variety of unique and interesting costumes than Barbie. But, Barbie costumes are fantastic as well.
Iconic.
So iconic, fantastic. They one of the main appeals of Barbie was just how different interpretations of Barbie there are, and with each interpretation, there's a different costume. So,
and only in one of these movies was like a very popular Halloween costume idea, and that was Barbie.
exactly, and that's usually all that matters. Yeah, you'll be surprised. So yeah, Maestro and Oppenheimer, you never really know. So Maestro isn't that bad of a pick, actually. Haven't seen Wonka. I like the Wonka costumes too, actually.
Watching the costume's great, yeah.
Really great, yeah. Scrub.
Color Purple, maybe. It's musical, has good
Yeah,
costumes.
she had a clothes store. uh, so yeah, but I think I'm with you on. People might be like, why are we not including a lot of Color Purple on here? But I just think in terms of
I don't think there's much
steam,
passion for it
I
right
think
now.
it's losing steam, both in the
Yeah.
box office and in terms of passion for these picks. And once again, this year has a very stacked list of nominations. And I think Color Purple might be on the outside looking in.
Yep.
But yeah. I'm with
All
you on these
right. For
5.
the next, we have what's next?
We're getting to some fun ones.
Cinematography. Here's where we start getting interesting. I have Altondan. Over Zone of Interest.
Over Zone.
Yep.
I haven't even seen Zone, but I put Zone in, I think, to support you.
They did Bardo last year. I think Altondan is very similar. It's also black and white. It looks great.
Have you seen Unconda?
I don't know. I've seen like the first half of it.
Nice. What a revolutionary.
No, it's very much kind of boring, but it looks great.
So I'm not seeing it. Yeah, what's it about? A dictator?
Dictator vampire, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun, actually. But okay.
It sounds fun, but it's very slow.
Damn.
Can't
Won't
really
see
get
it.
into it.
Oppenheimer is winning, obviously. This is another example. Oppenheimer is like one of the best films ever, and if people want a showcase of what is good cinematography, watch Oppenheimer, watch Poor Things. Those are like excellent cinematography. Even Killers of the Flower Moon.
Saltburn.
Yeah,
I think Saltburn should be in here.
Saltburn should be in here. It's crazy that it's like not.
My man, Linus Sandrin, the king, the goat.
Cinematography in Saltburn. Oh my god,
gorgeous,
so
movie.
good, so good. But yeah, I think Poor Things and Oppenheimer are the biggest, showiest ones. Killers also, even in the first trailer for Killers, we were like, holy shit.
Yeah,
this movie
good.
looks good. Yeah. Then Maestro,
I think this
really
is in
taken
there
aback.
for sure.
Some of his early scenes with his wife, when they first meet, they go to that one small theater, the way they're talking to each other. It's really interesting the way that Bradley and crew, I forget the cinematographer on that one.
Matthew Lebetit.
Yeah. Just such great work on Maestro. Really one of the bigger appeals of Maestro.
This category this year is a vast improvement over last year.
Remember, Top Gun wasn't even nominated, right?
It's nominated, yeah.
Top Gun wasn't nominated. I think it went to All Quiet or something, which was
Babylon
fine.
wasn't nominated.
It was crazy because there were so many great
Everywhere
options.
wasn't nominated.
Remember the Batman should have been. Oh man, that was a
Batman got snubbed too. Yeah, they put fucking All Quiet in. They put Bardo in, which Bardo was a good pick. But there's also some weird ones last year.
For sure. I think people are going to be mostly happy with these categories. Like The hard part for us this year is that 2023 was a really good year for movies.
Mhm.
On par with 2022, maybe even
They did
better.
Elvis and Empire of Light last year too,
God, what a
and
joke.
Tar, Tar is a good pick, but
Tar's a good pick. Tar's a
Empire of
good pick.
Light,
Yeah.
it's Deakins, but still, that movie is
Mhm.
dead. Elvis, ugh.
Yeah. Your favorite movie, Elvis, right? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think again what I was saying was that there's so many great movies, it's gonna be so hard to put everything in here. Okande makes sense. I haven't seen the movie, but given what people are saying about the
It
movie
got one of the guilds, I think.
and the
It got
guild
the
wins, yeah.
I forgot what it's called, ASC, I think.
Hmm. So I'm with you guys on
I
that
could
one.
even see Barbie maybe sneaking in, if they really love Barbie.
And next best picture says Killers, Maestro, Oppie, and Barbie. Sorry, Killers, Maestro, Oppie, and Poor Things are the ones I've been getting in a lot of places. Then El Conde, of course, being that fifth one that could slide
And
in,
Zone of Interest, I think, got BAFTA. If I'm
or
not
Zone of Interest.
wrong.
Yeah, this is pre-BAFTA.
Yeah, this is BAFTA right here.
Yeah. So Zone of Interest has a
Those
very
top
high
four, I
shot.
think, are locked. Unless something
Mhm.
weird happens, it's a 7th slot.
I'm with you. Yeah.
You went with Zone of Interest, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is where it gets mighty interesting, my friend. Original screenplay.
Original screenplay. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, take your time. Original screenplay. While you do that, the places that landed CCA and BAFTA for original screenplay are Anatomy, Barbie, Holdovers. Even though Barbie is going to be adapted, Holdovers, Maestro, Past Lives. This is going to be a bit more of. Oh, you think Anatomy might come out and win this, my friend?
It won
Okay.
Golden Globe. Like, I think it's possible.
Golden Globes don't mean jack
I
shit.
mean,
But
this year they might.
this year they might because notoriety.
Yeah.
And the script is pretty dang good. I think Holdovers and Past Lives would be more. I mean, actually, May December. Even though I love all these movies, May December's screenplay was
Yeah.
really good, really good.
Anatomy of Fall, too. Like, that one was fainting.
Yeah, so a lot of these screenplays, I love Saltburn, but I would not put Saltburn in best original screenplay, even though it's a very interesting movie.
It's just, I think, because there's not as many options
Yeah.
here this year.
Boy, the
I
hair
would
should
put
be
Boy in the
here.
Hair should fucking be in
What
here.
the
Yeah.
fuck? That's crazy how it's not even in the conversation. But okay. Animation movie.
Boy in the Hair should be best picture, if we're being
Yeah.
honest.
Come watch our nominations, guys. Just teasing that.
We're working on it. Should be out soon.
Yeah, because
By
might be
soon,
correcting
probably like next month.
because we're gonna be correcting some of this stuff. But yeah, Anatomy makes sense. I don't think it's winning. I think it's still a battle between Past Lives and Holdovers. Past
I don't
Lives,
know, man.
I
I
would
don't
love
know.
a
I think
Past Lives to get up
Anatomy.
there, dude. Put Celine song on stage.
I want
like,
that too, but like also Justine Triet. I'd love that. I love to see her on stage.
Me too. Who wrote Holdovers? Was it Payne as well?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think somebody else might have wrote Holdovers, but it could have been Payne. So I don't want that to happen actually. But Celine Song and Justine Triet, one of those
Holdover
two.
script is really good. Unfortunately,
Um,
though, if it is
yeah,
Pain.
we'll talk about it. Or probably not. But anyways, May December. Todd
It's
Haynes.
not him. It's David Hemmingson.
Okay,
First
good
time
for Dave.
writer. Interesting.
So yeah, I think it's a battle between Past Lives and Holdovers. Past Lives would be a great win, but so would Holdovers. Both are fantastic original movies that I will see again, and again. Maestro's script was fine. It shouldn't be on this list, to be honest. I would put the Iron Claw or Saltburn over this.
Yeah.
Hell, put Air over there, over Maestro.
No, I think Air should not be here.
It was a fun movie. The telephone
but
scene
it's
alone,
generic as fuck.
the telephone scene alone should be an individual screenplay. They're just cussing each other out. It was great.
I love
yeah,
Chris Messina, but no.
Chris Messina is so good. I didn't know he was in this movie ISS. And now I'm like,
that movie is so weird. It's a Bleecker Street movie that just randomly came out.
I'm like, I might see that as Ariana DeBose is in as well. Anyways, Yeah, I think I would put my show 5. I forget what I put
Again,
it on my
another
list.
category where I think top 4 is a lot. It's just that 5th slot.
I think my show is that 5th slot.
I don't think so. I think May December is very much falling in all categories right now.
I
As
think
these
it's
are
falling in
happening.
all categories, but people will remember it for screenplay.
I don't know. I mean,
I think
I
screenplay
hope you're
will be the
right,
one where
and I hope, I really hope so. But anything can happen
I agree. And May December is viable for
because
way
May
less.
December is falling, but Saltburn is kind of on the rise right now.
Yeah, you never really know. Saltburn did decently well at BAFTAs, of course. But I just think Maestro is very likely to be a snub. But even Maestro has been getting in at screenplay as well, so you never really know. Yeah, Maestro made it into BAFTA. So did Saltburn didn't even
Yeah, they
get
put
at
Barbie there,
BAFTAs. Said it, if Saltburn didn't
but
get
also
BAFTA
to be fair, they
screenplay,
had Barbie in there.
true.
They had Barbie in original, so I'm sure Saltburn
Yeah.
was probably there.
Probably that's good. That's a good call. That's a good call. But Anatomy, Holdovers, Maestro, Past Lives, those make sense. Um,
And Maestro
and
is not skipping at all. It's not missing beats
it's
anywhere.
not. It's not. You're right. You're right.
Whereas May
Yeah,
December very much is.
that's true. Okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I'll concede May December being the 5th slot here. Um, so we'll see.
I mean, it pains me to say that because I fucking love May December, but
May
it's
December
just how it
script is
is.
just so
It's
genius.
so interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Where each line of dialogue carries so much weight and meaning for the characters, for the story, this telling. Yeah, it's very revealing. Um, I always forget the one scene in May December where the daughter's trying on clothes and Julianne Moore's character is like, "Oh man, you really like you shouldn't wear this" or something like that, and it's like
And she
it's one
wears
of
that
those
dress later.
it's one of those cringy scenes, but then like it comes back later. May December has layers, people. It's such a good
Yep,
movie.
so many layers.
So many layers. So yeah, shout out to May December. So I hope this 5, I'm not a huge Maestro fan, but I think this 5 is making it
Yeah.
in some case or the other. I think we have the same 5, just different order, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, Anatomy and Past Lives, whatever is Maestro, May December. Yep. Um,
All right, on to Adapted.
this is gonna be 5 seconds. It's over, right?
Is it? I don't think so.
Yeah, this is it.
I don't think so.
This is it. What are you talking about?
Zone of
This is
interest.
it.
Zone of interest.
It's not getting in. It's not cracking into this top 5. It's not cracking it. I'm sorry. It's not
Okay, wait.
cracking
Yeah,
this.
you're right. You're right.
Remember,
Because American Fiction won a Golden Globe or at Critics' Choice.
American
somewhere.
Fiction is known for its screenplay, which I just finally saw American Fiction. Adored it. Adored American Fiction.
Where would it be on your list?
Oh my gosh. I didn't even put it on. I ranked it, or I didn't rank it on Letterboxd, actually. Where would it be on my list? It would have been in my top 10. I was laughing. I was so overjoyed at certain sequences. A lot of the great talks and discussions and just dialogue between the characters is so interesting, so revealing, so heartwarming, but it's also hilarious. I'm sitting there laughing in the theater. Packed theater, by the way, packed theater.
I definitely want to try and rewatch it next week.
Man, it's one of those movies where I instantly texted my dad. I'm like, you have to see this movie. Like, it's so relatable, so interesting, and so like has a lot more depth than I was expecting. Like, there's a lot of characters I did not expect to be like to hit me as hard as it did. Sterling K. Brown.
I think there's a weird choice to kill off a certain character in the first act.
Did not see that
Not
coming.
really address it. Not really address it much after. That's one of my problems with the movie.
I do love that certain actor/actress. Yeah, that was surprising, but that also went into like I didn't know this movie like tackled this kind of like.
But like the thing is with the movie is that it kills them off, but like they don't really harken back to that character talking about her as much later in the movie though. It's time just like
No,
I don't know, at least from my memory.
no, but like for me, it felt more real that way. It didn't feel like we're just ignoring a certain character. It just felt like there was other things that was happening, especially with one of the other characters.
Yeah.
Where it's like we got to deal with this now. A lot more tragedy than I was expecting in American Fiction, but it was still very funny.
How do you like the ending?
Surprising.
Interesting, right?
It sat with me. Like we talked about it afterwards. I'm like, I think it works better. I wasn't expecting it, but it was interesting. I like the risk they took with it. And I always respect risky endings. I like how it's very ambiguous, if that's even a word.
I think it's a little messy in its execution, but I like the ideas there.
Yeah, I could agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But a really good debut from Cord Jefferson.
Really great debut. American Fiction is how is that a directorial debut? Like, wow.
Right? Like there's so many of those this year too, or last year.
I'm
Celine
shocked.
Song, come on.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Celine's next movie. Justine Triet wasn't her. Miami Fall wasn't her first movie. Okay. I'm not going crazy. And then American Fiction, yeah. So yeah, this top 5 is locked. It's over.
It's
Dead and
over.
gone. It's over. And Barbie is winning. No. Yes. No. Yes.
I have Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer's still winning.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think Barbie's winning this. Even though Tony,
I'd see it. Yeah.
Nakamura for Poor Things, I gotta support my Poor Things.
I feel like they would probably want to have Dretta and Noah on stage, so that made sense.
Agreed. Right. Remember at Critics' Choice, they're like, "Oh, we didn't get you guys upstage, so let's get you on stage for something." It was like, get out of here! Stop it! They literally said that. They're like, "Oh, we skipped over Best Comedy, so Margot, Greta, say something." Yeah,
they said that.
Yes, they were like, "Well, we missed Best Comedy, but Margot, Greta, we want you guys to say something on stage. So, what do you guys think?" Because like, I'm so glad people are watching our movie.
So weird.
It was weird.
I didn't watch it.
You just want them to be on stage. You literally said it to the audience. Anyways, yeah, that was that. Yeah, I don't think Screenplay is a lock. This is your top 5. Dead and gone. No questions asked.
Yep. And now we get into very interesting territory here.
Oh,
something
boy.
Two categories that I do not know what the fuck to do.
Are we doing this? We're
doing this.
Oh,
supporting
Lord.
Actor.
What do you have?
And you're gonna freak out, but here's what I have.
Oh, Charles Melton from behind.
I think it's happening.
Over Mark Ruffalo. This category is crazy. Yep. Let's talk about this. Mark Ruffalo not getting nominated for SAG and BAFTA.
And Defoe leapfrogged him.
What happened? I would not want a fucking Belfast situation. Belfast. Yeah. The Fablemans one was Judd Hirsch getting in over Paul Dano, which was so wild. Weird. Paul Dano had me in tears at the end of Fablemans.
Yeah, Judd Hirsch is the only one to see. Save it with Belfast.
Yes.
Belfast is Kieran Hines, who only has like 2 scenes, getting over Jamie Dornan, which was great. He was the best part of the movie.
He was the best part of the movie. That was crazy. Yeah, that was nuts. Willem Dafoe, though, this is different. Because
Go Derby has Dominic Sessa at 6. Holy shit.
That's crazy. I think I went with the Gold Derby top 5 here. I'm sticking out.
You're doing both. You're doing both of them.
I'm doing both.
I don't see it.
I can't envision a world where SAG and BAFTA, their mysterious confusion seeds its way into the Oscars. Stop it. Mark Ruffalo.
I disagree. I think Defoe's getting in.
I think Defoe's missing. I think Defoe's getting in for sure. Because I think Ruffalo's getting in with them. It's a two-person.
I mean, I hate it. I'd rather have Ruffalo in, of course. But yeah, I don't know.
I would just be shocked.
This is the funny thing is this category really only have 2 lots. I think
3.
I think Gosling and Downey. I think De Niro is like almost a lot, but anything could happen.
We've been saying for months now, De Niro could be slipping. He makes it everywhere, every single place.
Yeah.
But again, the Oscars, you never know. You're right, though. You never know. De Niro was not nominated for The Irishman, I don't think, right? That's a big one. So you never know. But again, SAG BAFTA, CCA, Golden Globe all went to De Niro, Gosling, and Downey Jr. Those three made it to all those precursors. I think those three are a lock. Defoe surprisingly gets in at SAG. Surprisingly gets in at BAFTA over Mark Ruffalo.
No,
You
he
have
doesn't.
to include Defoe. What?
Both of them.
Oh,
missed
you're right.
BAFTA.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Defoe was not at BAFTA.
Defoe made the long list, but he missed nomination.
BAFTA supporting actor was weird though. Let's click on that real quick. I think BAFTA had some Saltburn people in there.
Jacob Elordi,
Yeah,
Paul
Jacob
Mescal.
Elordi, not
Ahmed
happening.
Sessa
Paul
made it,
Mescal,
though.
not happening. Ahmed Sessa, those three are not happening. Stop it.
I mean,
Stop it.
I think Sessa could.
From who? Nobody knows who he is.
I don't know, but look.
You have to remember, these actors vote for other actors. Nobody knows who Sessa is.
I mean, BAFTA did do Woody Norman, so who knows?
Yeah. Nobody knows who Sessa is. I'm sorry, Dominic. You have other great careers after this.
I'm just
Have
saying,
fun.
anything could happen, man. Like, he's on a campaign trail with Divine and Paul.
That's true, but I think awards Esper, Oscar Esper made a good call where it's just like recently they've just been double nominating the fuck out of like this category. With
I mean, they did it with Fablemans. They did it with Belfast.
but they did with
Banshees is stronger than both those movies.
Exactly right. Banshees is strong, so is Poor Thing. So those movies come along. They're both strong.
No, man, I don't know.
Contenders. But Ruffalo better get the fuck in here. I'll be so pissed.
Best case scenario would be De Niro out, Defoe out. Put in Ruffalo, put in Sessa, and Melton. Not gonna happen, but it'll be fucking great.
Yeah, take De Niro and
it'll be Gosling, Downey, Melton, Sessa, and Ruffalo would be the perfect five for me.
That would be the perfect five. Actually, yeah. I mean, having seen Sterling K. Brown in American Fiction, I would love that a lot.
He is really good, yeah.
He's really good, but like Dominic Sessa was also very, very good.
Exactly. Like Sterling K. Brown, we've seen be great before, lots of times.
He's always great. Like in the Predator movie, he was fantastic, right?
Black Panther, really good in that one
excellent.
scene.
No tears for your father. Yeah. Man, what a great list of nominees this year, by the way.
John Magaro, man.
This was a great
Milo
year.
Machado Drainer. They should be on here.
All of these, even going as far as Jacob and Priscilla.
Yeah.
Jacob was great in Priscilla. Milo was great.
Saltburn.
Yeah. I think all these people are
Jimmy
still
Bell
great.
should be in here.
Jeremy Allen White was amazing in Iron Claw. This whole
So was Harris Dickinson in Iron Claw.
Harris Dickinson was great. Man, this whole list is just excellent.
Asteroid City is, I mean, that's a lead performance. Come on, Jason Schwartzman. He's in my top 5 for lead actor.
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah. But yeah, supporting actor was just a gluttony of riches this year. So yeah, I think Defoe and Ruffalo getting in. You think Melton over Ruffalo? Melton, man.
I think he's just gonna sneak in. This is a dream. I want this so bad. He was top 3 like a month ago.
I don't want it to be at the expense of Ruffalo. I'm so torn. Why can't there only be 5? Let's just do 10 nominations this year. Fuck it. Because yeah, I Melton for me, holy shit.
But here's the thing for me. Melton is, I think, my favorite supporting performance of the year. He's just transcendent. And Ruffalo is fantastic too, but so is Defoe. So like, if I have to pick one of them, and Defoe's more likely at this point.
Yeah, I totally understand your reasoning. I can't put Melton in. I'm going to.
I did it. I think that's more logical, but I'm speaking with my heart.
I'm gonna cry if Ruffalo doesn't get in, but I'm also gonna cry if Melton doesn't get in. This sucks.
But I'd be more pissed if Melton doesn't make it than Ruffalo.
Which is fair. Yeah, because again, like you said, Melton was a revelation of a performance. Just came out of nowhere.
He is the movie. He is May December. That's the thing.
Just think of that final scene or the rooftop scene or the argument scene. Like Melton is just insane.
And it's one of the most complex performances of the year, too. Like, he has so much to do, and he does it so well.
Yeah. What a great performance.
Yeah.
He should
But
be
like Sterling K.
locked.
Brown, like we said, that could be a sneak in if American Fiction does really well.
Yeah, because he made it at SAG, but
Mhm.
he wasn't even on the long list at BAFTA, so it's tough. It's
But that's
tough.
also a BAFTA issue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna be nuts tomorrow. This is gonna be nuts tomorrow.
The both supporting categories, all 4 acting, honestly, like are up in the air.
If Ruffalo doesn't get into Oscars, I'm like, what happened to him? He just tanked.
It makes
That'd be
sense for it. Like it sounds like an Oscar thing to do too.
yeah, it does.
Like look at Jimmy Dornan. Look at Paul Dano. I think Ruffalo's still more level compared to those two.
That's insane.
I think Defoe's the more like veteran actor over Ruffalo.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. But yeah, I think this is it. I'm really curious if you're watching this. First of all, like and subscribe, but also in the comments, what do you think is going to be here? Do you think Melton's getting in? Have you seen May December? You should. It's great. And also, is Ruffalo just going to tank after being in the lock for months and months and months and months and
Right?
just
Like
not
I
getting that
mean,
BAFTA
so
SAG
was
around?
Paul Dano.
Yeah,
So
that was
was Jamie
crazy.
Dornan.
Oh, Dana was just such a lock for me. I was surprised. Yeah. But okay, supporting actress, even crazier, maybe?
I don't think so.
You don't think
I
so?
mean, I don't know. I actually maybe because like there's way more options there, I think.
Yeah, I think for us here, we're only looking at one of Defoe, Ruffalo, Melton, or
Maybe Sterling K.
Sterling,
Brown.
or
Yeah.
Sessa. Yeah, like top 8 at least. Top 8. Supporting actress. There's just
I genuinely do not know what the fuck to do after Emily Blunt.
exactly similar to supporting actor. We have a top 3 that is kind of locked. But where do you go from here? Oh, you're doing it.
Yep, I'm doing it.
You're doing the Sandra Holler double. I can't do
Yep.
that.
No.
I'm not doing that. I'm on the other side. I can easily see this happening. If people are confused, the Sandra Hüller double is that Sandra's gonna get nominated for Best Actress in
Oh, you're Jodie Foster in.
Anatomy. I do.
Why?
It's a Foster Renaissance.
Have you seen Naiad?
Yeah, I'm one of the 5 people who saw
Is she
that.
good in it?
She's Jodie Foster.
See, like the thing is, I do not want her in because then I would have to fucking watch the movie if she gets in, and I don't want to watch this movie.
You're not gonna like it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's boring. Put Julianne Moore over Foster for real.
Oh, easily. Julianne Moore should fucking be number 4 right now.
But Rosamund Pike, I loved her in Saltburn. Hilarious. Man, this is okay. Yeah, so I'm with you. By the way, top 3, yes. Sandra Hüller, maybe, but I'm with you on Penelope Cruz. I think Penelope Cruz gets in.
Sneaking in.
I put in Cruz and Foster.
She got BAFTA.
I might have just done the top
sad.
5. Look at that. Yeah, I might have just done the order we have here.
Wait,
but
she did the BAFTA, right? I think she did. She did not. Okay.
Who did not?
She got sad though, Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, Penelope Cruz got SAG. And it's Penelope Cruz. The Oscars love her, but they also love Jodie Foster. It's really tough. I can easily see Naya getting blanked with no Foster or Benning. That'd be great.
That'd be very good.
But Jodie Foster, by the way, is excellent in True Detective Night Country. That could be possibly, you never know.
Well, like Oscar voting closed before that even premiered.
True, but they heard the hype. People heard the hype. Floating around Hollywood. It's a good show. So you never really know. I think Jodie Foster has been getting in a lot more places than I was previously aware of. She didn't get into
She's
BAFTA.
in most places, honestly.
Yeah, so
which is terrifying. But
came along for the ride. But so did Ruffalo, and now look at Ruffalo. Yeah. So this is tough. I think similar to Best Supporting Actor, we're looking at a top 8 here that is pretty stacked. I think everybody after Pike is not happening.
Yeah, America Ferrera missed SAD, which was like I think the last draw for her.
What if America Ferrera gets in tomorrow, dude? That'd be nuts.
Insane. What if Rachel McAdams gets in, dude?
I'll be happy.
That'd be huge.
I would be happy. Where's that campaign? We need to start that.
She's not campaigning. I don't know why.
She was on SNL.
Yeah. Claire Foy should get in here. She's incredible.
She's great. So yeah, I
You
think
did Penelope and Jodie Foster.
Sandra Hüller. Yes, it did. I think Sandra Hüller makes sense here. I
Because
would
like
put
the
her.
crazy thing is that I think Zone of Interest is overperforming tomorrow, which is I never thought I'd fucking say that.
I don't know how much it
Score,
will.
production design, possibly screenplay, supporting actress, director, picture.
That'd be huge for Zone of Interest.
That'd be
Huge,
insane.
huge.
If a
I
movie
don't know.
that experimental like does that well,
Is it
gets
going to
like
go
five
that far
nominations, four
though?
nominations.
Man, I don't know. People are only saying this double because of BAFTA. Because of BAFTA, it's like, oh, now I can confidently say this. But also,
Yeah,
BAFTA did some crazy stuff, so I'm
exactly.
not
But like,
positive on it.
so does Oscars.
So does the Oscars. Yeah, Penelope Cruz. We're just going out there because that's what the Oscars can do, and it's what SAG did. So there's evidence of it.
I just don't
beforehand.
want Naiad represented here, so that's what I'm. Why
Yeah,
I
Nayad
have
is
this.
so mid.
So
I
mad.
would put Julianne Moore over Foster again. That would make me very happy.
That'd be great. Yeah,
How do you think of Sandra Hüller was in Zone of Interest? Was she supporting actress
she's
worthy? Is she
good.
better than most of these?
I personally would not have her in my 5, but I have her over Penelope Cruz and Jodie Foster for sure.
Hmm. Oh wow,
I'd
over
easily put
Cruz.
Rosamund Pike and Julianne Moore above her, but I just don't think those are likely.
I think Cruz was just so great in Ferrari. I think she was really good.
She's good, yeah. She's the best performance in that movie, but I
She
still don't
somehow
think
stole the
that's
show from
year.
Adam. I think Adam
Yeah.
is usually always stealing the
It's
show
just
from
very
her.
Oscar baity.
I mean, that's just what the role came with.
I'd put Rosamund Pike in my 5.
I would too. Rosamund Pike was just
Julianne Moore. Wait, if I had to choose, top 3, obviously, Julianne Moore, Rosamund Pike.
Yep. Honestly, if we had to choose, Emily Blunt's
Emily
out of
Blunt
here.
would be out, yeah.
So why is she here?
Rachel McAdams would be in.
Why is Emily Blunt here? She had a good scene. That's it. Anyways, congrats to Emily
Actually, if
Blunt.
we had to pick, Alison Oliver would be in here.
Where's she from?
From Saltburn. The sister.
Oh yes. Oh God, yes. She's great. Emily, is this Emily's first Oscar nomination, by the way?
Surprisingly so, yeah.
For
Which I'm happy about.
which I'm happy about, but also
Yeah, not for the right movie.
This happens all the time where it's like, not for this movie. It should have been for something else.
Leo winning for Revenant.
Yeah, I mean, he was great in Revenant. I'm not going.
He was good, but like
he was better than everybody else that year.
What was that year?
Spotlight, right?
Over Bound Keaton for Spotlight? Yeah, come on now.
I would have gone for Leo. I really loved the performance there. He fought a bear.
Michael Keaton fought gay priest.
That's the way he punches the gay priest. That was amazing. Just kidding. That's in the different cut. Spotlight's fantastic if you haven't seen Spotlight. So yeah. 2 years in a row, Michael Keaton just gets killed by DiCaprio and Edward, whatever his name was, the guy in the wheelchair in 2014. What was that called?
Eddie Redmayne?
Eddie Redmayne, yeah.
Oh,
he should
where the movie is, yeah.
Easily won 2014. That was crazy.
I think this is so you're putting in Jodie Foster.
I'm putting in Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Man, but then Julianne Moore can easily sneak in. There's a lot of sneaks that could easily happen. I don't think there's a lot of snubs. I don't think anybody's gonna be snubbed, but there's just a lot of sneaks in here.
No, unless they go crazy and just take out Emily Blunt.
The snub would be like Danielle Brooks or something like that. That'd be crazy. Even if Emily,
can you imagine that if Carpool does so bad that Danielle Brooks can't even get in?
That would be wild.
That'd be insane.
Because she was actually really great in that movie.
She was so good.
So she deserves to be at least in here. Emily Blunt wouldn't be a snub. I'm sorry, Emily. It wouldn't be a snub. Even though I want her to get her first Oscar nomination. But okay. Yeah. Congrats to Divine Joy Randolph, by the way. She's definitely winning.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
It's over. It's over, man. Yeah.
She's the Ki Hee Kwan of this year.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
Okay, next we have I think actor.
Congrats to Murphy, Giamatti. What do you have?
I think you can't say that. I think it's a battle.
Giamatti. This is gonna be.
See, I did something fucking crazy here, Evan.
Did? Whoa! Heyo,
This is my no guts prediction this year. He got in a BAFTA. I think it could be that one like bids fucking surprise tomorrow.
Over Jeffrey Wright would kill me though.
I mean, come on. He's all right.
He was great. I want Jeffrey Wright to stick it in there.
I could put in Jeffrey Wright or Coleman Domingo. I think that's slots.
Wow, you gotta slot the black man. That's the honest.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like
okay.
I think both of them get in are more likely to get in. I just want TOU on my predictions because I want that so bad.
By the way, I forgot TOU was in Decision to Leave.
He's in that.
Yeah, apparently he was in like the third act of Decision to Leave when they separated and they go back together. Anyways, yeah, I'm sticking with my 5 that I've had for quite some time.
Yeah. I think that's the 5, honestly.
I've had it since November. We called it early on where we're like, DiCaprio's out of this, right? He might just be out of this, even though he delivers a great performance as he always does. He's a legend. But I think Coleman Domingo has been getting in everywhere. Actually, put Domingo in as number 4.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying,
yeah.
Evan.
Domingo is probably 4.
Is right? What did Wright miss? Who got BAFTA?
What did Wright miss?
Coleman Domingo even got BAFTA. Like, come on. Wright missed BAFTA.
Wright missed BAFTA?
Yeah.
Yeah, so but Barry made it in, TOU made it in. This is some jury save ass bullshit. Stop the cat. Stop the cat. But if Coleman Domingo gets all of this and doesn't get in, I'll be pissed.
I can see it though. Rustin. I can see it.
But it'll give me a chance to finally see Rustin. I just love Coleman as a person.
The one thing that pains me is that I want fucking Andrew Scott on here so bad.
Yeah, it's not happening. Buddy.
He's my favorite lead performance of the year.
Oh wow,
so fucking good.
I can't wait to see
and him missing BAFTA is fucking baffling. I don't understand it.
That's wow.
All the Stranger does so well. Got the acting nominations that needed, except for him. Makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, Giamatti's is in for sure. Is Giamatti winning?
Yeah.
Wow. What an upset. Not upset, but what a surprise. People are gonna be pissed because Murphy
In and Out was gonna push people that way. The relatability.
Yeah. Because Murphy just delivers one of an all-time great biopic.
So does Giamatti, though.
Ever seen. But then Giamatti is just a revelation. It
it
reminds us why he's so
the
great.
Character of the year for me is him in that movie.
That's fair. But Cillian Murphy's also like the face of 2023 in terms of like one of the biggest movies of the year, and he leads it on his back. Oppenheimer has a great cast, of course, but Murphy's in every single frame of that movie, basically. Man, oh man. That's gonna be a battle. That's gonna be fun. I like we're actually having some battles in Best Actor and Actresses.
Exactly. We haven't had that the last. We had it last year with Michelle Yeoh and Tate Blanchett. But
I was pretty confident by that point. I'm pretty confident. The wave was just the Michelle Yeoh wave was just
everywhere. Wave was just huge.
Yeah, it was everywhere. But this time, Oppenheimer's on a wave, but
Holdovers is rising.
It's slowly rising. So, oh boy. Bradley, congrats, you're in, but not winning. Coleman Domingo, you're in, thank God. And then, I think it's simple. Jeffrey Wright's in, and Leo's out, unfortunately. So is Barry Keoghan, unfortunately. So
I think that's the safe pick is what you're doing. But I'm going crazy here. I'm going crazy.
Call me safe all you want, but I'm going to be right. But I would love TOU to get in.
I'm just feeling a crazy pick for Best Actor. Like
I like
last year, we did not expect Paul Mescal, and that he got in.
No, we didn't. I think we had Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah.
But he could have been a good nomination. But when I finally saw Actress, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that hits different.
I know I'm going to just be like wavering, like taking BAFTA way too much into consideration here, but like I don't know. I could see it.
Yeah. this is a good list. This is a good list. But yeah, again, for me, it's just I have Jeffrey Wright in there. Finally saw American Fiction. I loved his performance there.
That makes sense.
And then Leo, I will not be shocked if he makes it in.
Nope.
Not at all. But he might be
like
taking.
We've been saying all year, Evan. He's not making it in. I don't think.
Yeah. If DiCaprio does make it in, people used to swap for Domingo instead of DiCaprio. Now it will be DiCaprio over Wright.
Right. Yeah.
I think Domingo is slightly ahead. Slightly. So
because he even made it in for Don't Look Up at BAFTA, and he didn't make it in at BAFTA this year.
And DiCaprio made it in for the Oscars for Don't Look Up, right?
No,
he didn't.
I didn't say.
Okay, never mind. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, but Don't Look Up was Best Picture, which is wild.
So dumb.
People reference that 2021 Best Picture list. I saw that floating around
the other day. Javier Bardem made it in the Oscars over him for being
Javier Bardem. Oh, yeah. That year was awful. What happened there?
J.K. Simmons made it in for supporting actor.
Like the only movies I liked that year were Coda, Dune.
I didn't even like Coda.
I really liked Coda. Coda really worked for me. But Coda, Dune, Power of the Dog was really good. Power of the Dog was
Smith year.
Yeah, King Richard was fine, but
Andrew Garfield was my pick for that.
He should have won, yeah.
Or Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I would have swapped a lot of movies that year because there were some great movies in 2021 that just were not on the Best Picture slate. But let's go to Best Actress. Who
Drive My Car was though.
I still haven't seen Drive My Car. I need to see it. It's so long.
You haven't seen it?
Yeah.
Wow, it's so good.
Catching up on long movies is hard.
Yeah.
Who do you have winning Best Actress, motherfucker?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Show the audience. Show the world. Save the dream. No way. You did me.
Oh, wait. I don't know why I did that. No. Yeah, that should be that way. Yeah?
We both went crazy. We both went crazy here.
You have Greta Lee in too?
I have Greta Lee in here too.
Let's go.
I think it's happening.
It's insane because Margot Robbie hasn't missed.
She hasn't missed. This is one of those categories that's not locked, but I think Margot Robbie is definitely. It might be a tight top 5 to break into.
I think Oscars will probably like Past Lives more, the most.
Me too.
At least I'm hoping.
You tried. It's not happening. I don't know how she got in a SAG. I don't know how.
This is Oscars. Oscars saved Stephanie Hsu last year. Lest we not forget.
Oscars saved Stephanie. They did.
Yeah,
they did.
I'm thinking the same happens with Past Lives and acting.
But that still be so upsetting for Margot not to get in, even though Margot's great. Ugh. But Greta's even better. Ugh. This is hard.
And I don't know who to take out for Margot Robbie, honestly.
I don't, because all these other ones are amazing. And you have Emma winning 2 now.
Yeah.
I hope she wins. Get her second Oscar. Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, I'd be happy if Lily won also. I think that's the more meaningful win, but I just love Emma Stone. I think she's incredible in 4 things.
Emma Stone would be more meaningful for me. Give that 2 Oscars. Man,
I think Emma Stone is both of our favorite actresses of all time, right?
Yep. No question. One of my family asked me that at a family reunion recently. It's like, Evan, do you have a favorite actress? Emma Stone, without zero hesitation. Zero hesitation. Emma Stone.
One's up there for me, but it's Emma Stone.
Yeah. My dad loves Rachel McAdams. But I'm a huge Emma Stone and Jake Gyllenhaal are always my top 2. Michael B. Jordan's a close 3. I love me some Michael B. Jordan. But it's Emma Stone for me is just I've seen everything she's in. I think her transformation in Poor Things is just unreal.
Insane. It's crazy to say, but it's her best performance yet.
Yeah. And that's coming from 2 La La Land nutheads.
Exactly.
Who've seen the movie thousands of times. But yeah, once again, Greta Lee, one of the biggest surprises of the year for me was Past Lives. One of those movies that I didn't expect, when you're making your most anticipated of 2023 list, Past Lives is nowhere near on it. But when you finally see Past Lives, you become obsessed.
It's my movie of the year.
It's amazing. She anchors that movie so well. And and her performance. I keep going back to that last scene. For me, it's one of the best scenes of the year.
Yeah, so good.
The way she carries that, her emotions, her breakdown, her everything on her face, just fantastic. So I would really love it for Greta Lee to get in, even though I think Margot
I like Margot Robbie's really good in Barbie too.
she is Barbie.
Yeah.
One of the perfect castings of our generation.
Especially when we could have had fucking Amy Schumer.
Yeah, I don't know how that would have worked. That would have been a different movie. Anyways, yeah, Margot Robbie, stunning, beautiful, incredible as Barbie. But Greta Lee's, so good.
Greta Lee's, I think what I really want it. I want Past Lives and more.
I recommend people watch the actress roundtable from the Hollywood
I need to watch
Reporter.
it still.
Greta Lee and Emma Stone had me cracking up. Two great comedic actresses. And Lily Gladstone's hilarious as well. Man, this is.
But like, this would be an incredible fucking lineup, no matter what.
No matter what, yeah.
Unless
six,
Annette Bening is in.
Yeah, get out of here, Annette Bening. Get out of here. We don't need you here. We don't need you here. And sorry,
Fantasia. Even if Fantasia was in, I would love that. She's great.
I would be happy. She was great as well. Yes.
And what's your thoughts on Origin?
It's not happening. It's
not
too
happening?
Grassroots. It's not even grassroots.
It's not.
Campaign.
It's even less so than To Leslie.
Yeah, it's in the dirt. It's not happening.
There is that small 2% chance though.
But look at these other options, dude. Natalie Portman would have been a fantastic.
Anjuna Ellis Taylor in Origin is she's genuinely really fucking good in that movie, so I wouldn't be pissed.
Oh, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh wow. And Natalie Portman's great. Kaylee Spaney's great. Like any of these would be great. I've never seen Monica.
I need to. I've heard she's great. Trace Lissette.
What are the other nominations here?
Just the Chastain and Memory. Memory, really small movie. Got a shit deal with distribution, but it's really good.
Get Julia Roberts out of here. Stop it, guys. Stop it.
She's over Alma Ploisty for Fallen Leaves, even though she got in at Golden Globe. That's crazy.
But yeah, Natalie Portman once again.
Should be on here.
Wow.
I don't know where, but she should.
That monologue, man. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, Emma Stone's winning, I hope. But it's gonna be a battle. It's going to be a battle, no matter what happens at SAG. It's still gonna be a battle. I think Emma Stone might be winning SAG now, but you never know.
I don't know. I don't know. That's hard.
You never know.
Because Emma Stone did BAFTA.
What if Emma Stone loses BAFTA?
And Lily Gladstone won Golden Globe.
What if Sandra wins BAFTA?
Ooh, okay, yeah, Sandra might win BAFTA actually.
That would be crazy. And then it's like if Emma loses BAFTA where Lily isn't there, that's weak on Emma. That's really weak on Emma. So
yeah,
man, the race is still heating up. Is BAFTA after or before the Oscars?
I'm sure it's before.
Okay.
Oscars is usually the last one. Just it's in March. Fucking stupid.
What is?
Oscars is in March again.
Yeah. It's still so far away. Like the nominations are tomorrow. We're gonna wait a month.
Almost. Or a month and a half.
We're gonna be seeing Dune.
Now we have another interesting category. Best director. Give me 1 second.
Oh no. Do we have to do this, Nathan? Josh? Oh boy. Oh no. Wait. Oh yes. Oh no. Oh yeah. No.
I don't know what to do.
No. I'm pulling for Greta. I'll be tears in the rain if Greta isn't on this list.
I don't know how I don't have the Glazer in here, but I don't know how to fit him in.
If Yorgos loses out to Glazer,
that's what I'm thinking now. That's what I'm thinking it could happen.
Fuck, Josh, I'm pissed. This is tough. But
get the rapist out of here. We don't need Alexander Payne.
It's not tough. Like I don't want, even regardless of the allegations, I don't want Payne on here because I think Holdovers is fine directorially. I think it's fine. I think Paul Giamatti, Stessa, and yes, I know the director gets a lot out of the performers, yes, but I think
It's
it's
just
much
not
so.
stylish.
Yeah, it's not
Which I
as
think
like
more of a subtle direction, which isn't
yeah,
bad,
which isn't
but
bad. But I think in terms of its direction, I think Greta just surpasses holdovers. I think
it's
Glazer
not
might
like
be
as much of a. I mean, it is because the editing and the film grain and sound. Like, there's some interesting choices in holdovers, but I just don't want him in because he's not the best
The
person.
reason we're saying Payne might be getting in here if the audience is confused is because he managed to get in the DGA. But then we were like, okay, we saw that coming. But he also gets in at BAFTA, right?
BAFTA,
And
and
that
he
was a big
hasn't missed at the Oscars yet, too.
yeah, hasn't missed at the Oscars, gets in BAFTA and DGA. We're like, okay, wait, Greta might be slipping here. Because if you add in Alexander Payne.
Okay, Evan, I've decided. I fucking hate doing this, but this is what I'm doing.
Oh!
I hate it, but like I don't know how else to do it because I think Glazer's in.
Yeah, Yorgos missed out on BAFTA, which was crazy because the BAFTAs liked Poor Things a lot. What happened there? But Scorsese also missed, so that's end all be all. That's weird.
What if fucking Scorsese misses?
Holy shit!
I mean, Denis Villeneuve happened. It's not impossible.
That was one of the biggest. I hate that snub. Don't remind
That's one of the biggest snubs in history.
Denis missing out on Dune, fuckers. That's crazy. That's crazy. If Dune missed out again this year, I'm going.
There's not as much competition. There's no way it doesn't.
Dude, I'm telling you, I agree. I agree. They'll somehow make it happen. And people are using that argument, Josh, in terms of big blockbuster
For Barbie?
big production for Barbie, yes.
Yeah.
But I'll be pissed. Greta defined. Remember,
There's no way I cannot have a woman on here. That's the thing. I
but
cannot feel good about myself not doing that.
They're gonna find a way. But I'm with you, Josh. This is my top 5.
I'm fine if it doesn't happen. If I don't predict this right, I just cannot in my heart do that because it's fucking bullshit.
This is my top 5. And
like I could even switch Justine Triet for Greta. I am thinking about doing that.
I had Justine Triet over Glazer for the longest time, but I think Glazer's getting in. This is so upsetting. Celine Song, Justine Triet, Greta Gerwig. If none of them make it in, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. So what am I doing for my predictions? I'm going Nolan, Scorsese. What did I do? Fuck it. Help me. Yeah. Sorry, Payne. I'm going against the grain, Payne.
I just said it makes no sense not to.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Oh my god.
Tomorrow's gonna be fun.
So I think a lot of nominations, we've been talking about snubs and this might surprise here. But they're fun surprises. There's not one where I'll be like,
this is a maddening surprise. Or
this will be maddening. If no woman gets in here, I'm pissed. Because Greta did a fantastic job with Barbie. Fantastic.
Justin Triet was incredible. Barbie one of the best directorial debuts I've seen
of all time. I agree. Barbie wouldn't be a $1.4 billion movie.
Exactly. Barbie would be fucking shit without her. It was anyone else except Greta Gerwig. It would be not as big of it as it is.
Like that's insane. Like this would be a bigger snub than Little Women for sure.
Yeah, totally.
And that was already crazy. And then Yorgos. I always say this about Yorgos. He did like 10 different direction styles in the first 10 minutes of working. Yeah. Don't snub him. But
that's a director's showcase of movie.
Right? This is maddening. And the easy solution is there. Just don't put Payne in. You don't have to. We all love holdovers. Holdovers is excellent. But you don't have to put Payne in there. His directing is fine.
I think best case scenario would be Nolan, Scorsese, Yorgos, Glazer, Greta.
That's it. Josh.
That's what you have, I think, right?
It's that easy. That's what I have. It's that easy. You have Nolan.
Payne hasn't missed where it counts.
I'm pissed. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I think we
Could
both
Bradley
think
sneak
Lazy.
in? No, no,
Sorry,
no.
Bradley. Miyazaki should get in. I wonder
Oh,
where
he
he is
fucking
getting
should be in.
in. He'll get in somewhere. You'll see. Yeah.
Todd Haynes should be in. Come on,
This
man.
was a great year for direction, by the way. Look at all
This is
these
really good.
good. Fincher was great.
Future
Coppola was great.
Hay.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah. Michael B. Jordan, Creed 3. Let's go.
What
yeah,
if
Nolan.
Denis Villeneuve Nolan?
That would be the biggest snub of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. They probably would have to come out with an apology.
I think there's like a 1% chance that could happen too.
How crazy would that be?
That'd be like internet would be on fire.
They would have to come out and say like something. There was an error. They'd have to say there
Yeah.
was an error. There was an error. Could that be impossible? That'd be like snubbing Lily Gladstone. If the Oscars snubbed Lily Gladstone, by the way, but we didn't mention it, but Lily was not at BAFTA.
But I think that's a BAFTA thing.
I agree too. So yeah,
I think that could be like more towards her not winning, possibly, but I think she'll still get nominated.
I think she's still getting in. But yeah, the BAFTAs also then snubbed Yorgos and Scorsese. So again, director is going to be a mess. I'm so nervous because I just know that this could be a great morning for like, yay, this is a great list of nominees. But then, directors could happen. It's like, why did we do this again? Why?
I'm seriously thinking like, do I take Greta off, put in Jesse and Sheree?
There's no way both international get in here. There's no way.
I think there is definitely a way.
Both get in here.
I don't know, man. No, I'm gonna keep Greta on because I want that.
I want that more than anything. Greta has been doing some great work in Hollywood, and I just think he finally deserves to get nominated, not just for screenplay. Oh God,
I just hate having Alexander Payne on here. That makes me feel bad.
Yeah, not great, Bob.
Okay. Now I think we get to like one of the most locked.
Yeah, this is
terrifyingly the most locked categories.
Yeah, this is next to adapted screenplay. This is pretty locked in at 10.
But like that's the thing that makes me scared is that like
Spider-Verse is getting in.
It seems too locked right now.
Spider-Verse is getting in, right? Spider-Verse.
No.
Spider-Verse. What? They have Spider-Verse below Air. Fuck off, Gold Derby. Anyways, I'm kidding. Zone of Interest and Anatomy of Fall are making it in, and everything else is what you've been seeing.
Too safe. Like it's the PGA 10. That's crazy.
Sure is. That's wild. If anything
gets
in,
that PGA won the 2 international movies.
What's cracking into this besides Spider-Verse? I think Spider-Verse is a better possibility than Color Purple and Air, in my opinion. But
Saltburn, maybe.
Saltburn, that'd be wild.
It'd be crazy, but like, who knows?
Godzilla -1, Boy in the Hair.
May December, no. Origin, no, it's not happening.
What would you do if Spider-Verse gets in over Zone of Interest? How mad would you be?
I mean, I wouldn't be too mad because I love both, but I think it would just be a joke to not do Zone of Interest.
I'm with you. I'll be shocked if this isn't the 10. There's not much to say here. PGA, the Producers Guild Awards, did this top 10.
Yeah, which
and
is
they
crazy.
usually don't. They
did fucking Wakanda Forever.
They did. And they don't go for international contenders, but they did here, which means the power that those 2 nominations hold is higher than we thought. So again, Anatomy and Zone of Interest are rounding out the top 10 here. Past Lives have been doing great. Everything else is getting in. Poor Things, Oppie, Barbie, Killers, American Fiction, Holdovers. They're all getting in. Maestro, no matter what internet says, Maestro is definitely getting in.
I'm very scared for Past Lives because I could see a possibility where that just misses everything, and I'll be very upset.
No, Past Lives is in. It's in. But yeah, this is not much to say here. Again, Spider-Verse could get in, Color Purple could get in, but those are the only 2 possibilities. I think Air's not getting in. I don't think Saltburn's getting into Best Picture.
I think there's a possibility for Saltburn, but I want to roll it out.
We'll have to see.
But yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oscars are tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'll be reacting, live tweeting.
I'll be filming my reaction for you guys, so look up for that.
No women.
I fucking hope I don't have to do that again.
Oh God,
But there could be a no women part 2.
it really could be.
And 99%, Evan will be giving me $50 tomorrow.
Oh God.
Do you,
Yeah,
why did you do that?
because I think Barbie was going to be the big thing. I still never conceived about Barbie being a big Oscar contending movie. I thought it'd make bank,
You were so
but
wrong.
I was so wrong. Yeah, I didn't read the tea leaves.
Out $100 because of it.
Yeah.
You paid
So yeah,
Edgar, right? For already.
what did I pay Edgar for? The same
I
bet?
think it was the box office, right? You didn't think Barbie would do well.
Did I? I'll pay him back too. So yeah, Barbie is getting in. I didn't think it'd get in. Because I remember thinking like, hey, Dune's getting in. How many big blockbusters could get in here? If Dune was still in here, would Barbie get no? But if
Oh,
Dune
yeah.
was still in here, it would probably be at the expense of Zone or Anatomy.
Past Lives.
Past Lives, yeah. Or Maestro. You never know. It would be a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dune's getting in this year. So there we go. Yeah, this was fun. Find me on Twitter, Harris EV9. I'll be going over all the Oscar nominations as they roll out. I'll be live tweeting everything that's happening as it goes. Hopefully I don't have any meetings tomorrow. I would hate it. So yeah, it's gonna be a crazy morning, and I'll be here to enter a new world in the Oscar craziness.
And you'd find me on Twitter at Josh G. Woodbury, reacting, of course. And this podcast is at WFG Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Look out for my reactions to the nominations that I'll be filming tomorrow once I wake up. It'll be one of those mornings where I can't check Twitter or anything once I wake up, which will be hard.
You go straight to
But
YouTube.
I'm doing it. Sacrifice alone we made for you guys. So, to close out, what's the one single nomination you want most tomorrow?
Ooh, that's hard. To be honest, Suzume in Best Animated
Wow.
Feature.
Okay. All right.
That's the first thing that comes to my mind. I think that'd be really cool. I really like that movie.
Mine is Tioyu, of course.
That'd be really great
Or
too.
if they do crazy, Andrew Scott.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miyazaki, Best Director.
That would be. I want that. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, but that'd be incredible.
Crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, another fun award season so far. Look out for. I'm sure we'll probably do a breakdown of these at some point of the nominations.
Yeah, for sure.
And our first winning predictions. Right
Those
after.
are always fun.
Yeah. So Heartbreak feels good this award season. Have a fun nomination morning tomorrow.
Peace out.